Ladies and gentlemen, the guy that keeps this tradition alive, this started by Ralph and Carter, or Carter and Ralph, many, many years ago. And he's the guy that's really responsible for keeping this going. I personally thank him for everything. He's the reason I'm standing on this stage. He loves each and every one of y'all. I know that personally. Let's give it up right now for the great Ralph Stanley II and the Clinch Boys.
ride on Lorena as I watch the coon among the corn and the wind blowing through the wild bananas while the hoot owl hooting like a horn. Everybody feeling good? Swinging the 9-pound hammer all day, work for the stage, the rent's all paid. Let's do this hammering loud long. That's how I cover out this old song. Never get any time. Only one girl stole my heart away. Don't leave me, baby, and someday you'll pay. Swinging the 9-pound hammer all day, working for the stage, the rent's all paid. Let's do this hammering loud alone. That's how I'm gonna rock this old song. True, sad to tell, down on my knees for 10 years, yeah. Swinging the 9-pound hammer all day, working for the stage, the rent's all paid. Let's do this hammering loud alone. That's how I've come to write this old song. Thanks, Joe. Stage, the rent's on paid. Let's do this hammering loud alone. That's how I'm gonna write this old song. Yeah! Thank y'all very much. We really appreciate that. It's good to be here for the final day of the Hills of Home. I think it's been a great festival so far. What do y'all think? I mean, it's hard for anything to be perfect, but we strive for it to be perfect. If we can get it there as close as we can.
You did well.
Well, we thank y'all very much. And as Freddie said, definitely, I think a lot of y'all know personally that everybody here tries their best to make sure y'all have a great time. And so, but anyway, before we go any further, I'm getting short of breath.
Yeah.
I've had a happy birthday paper, but I've had my hands in my pocket so much I think I lost it. Durrell, how do you pronounce his name?
Dewey Joe.
It's Dewey Joe. Yeah, that's right. Dewey Joe celebrating his 72nd birthday today.
Yeah.
Big hand for Dewey Joe. I had to run over there and pay somebody off before I come on the stage. So my mind is just really going around. But I do want to, I've had a lot of requests to do Bluefield again, and I'm going to do it later on. But there's I don't see him at the moment. Bailey, a good friend of mine, lives in Coburn. I told y'all the other night, he sends me videos singing my songs sometimes, and he just always scars me for life every time I get one of them. But he asked to hear one. Is he over there? Oh, is he there? Well, I don't want to sing it if he ain't going to hear it. Cops got him. Well, they might let him go to hear this song. But this is one called Carter. And speaking of my Uncle Carter, we got a lot of his children here, a lot of my cousins. And so it's always good to see you guys. And we thank y'all for coming. And you know, my dad and Uncle Carter, in my opinion, could not be beat when it comes to mountain music. My dad had the high mountain voice, and my uncle to me, was one of the greatest, not only bluegrass, but country singers. He had that good voice for country music as well, I think, and influenced a lot of singers through the years. So I hope he's out there, however you are, buddy. This is for you, and this song is on my album called This One Is Two, and it's called Carter. We haven't sung it in a while, but we'll do our best for you, Bailey. Rifles in the morning, turkeys in the grain, desperate boys and windswept fields, running for a train, skin-soaked revelations, whiskey before dawn. It won't be the same now Carter's gone. Drive-ins on the state line, that high lonesome sound, up there on the hilltop, Carter's in the ground. It makes you kinda hang your head and cry to the dawn, 'cause it won't be the same now Carter's gone. White doves in the holler, I heard someone say, nobody's ever gonna play those songs like that again. And I dropped to old Kentucky, tearing through the gears, trying not to think of him through my bluegrass tears. Put that guitar beneath the bus, can't play another one. They don't sound the same now Carter's gone. Things will never be the same now that Carter's gone. Thank you very much. Hope it's all right for you, baby. Appreciate you requesting it. So right now we'll introduce you to the boys and let them come up and take and sing for you. Yeah, I want you to keep your mandolin there. He's been playing the fiddle a lot, and the gentleman here on the mandolin, I think, is doing a great job with the Clinch boys. I've known him for many years, and I've always tried to be a mentor to him and a big brother. Actually, when he was getting ready to go into high school, I was teaching him when he gets there, they're going to start throwing bullet footballs instead of lobbing it. So I said, I'm going to throw you a hard one time when he was just a little boy. How old was he? 9, 10 years old?
I was probably 10 years old.
Well, he was getting ready to go into middle school.
That's right, that's right.
So I threw the ball pretty hard and broke his finger.
And I had to go get it. They had to put something on my finger, and I still played music that night.
He sure did, but that's a true story. And at that time, we didn't know he'd be playing with me and what the future would hold. But like I said, he's doing great. He's got his CDs over here. He's got T-shirts, koozies, keychains, dog collars, flea bags, moonshine, you name it, he's got it. Let's give a great big hand to Stanley Efall.
Turn the mandolin up just a little bit more, please. Thank you.
Okay. dinner bucket.
Oh, we're gonna do that in a little bit. We done it yesterday and you wasn't here, was it?
No, I wasn't, but I am now.
You'll have to start trying to come all 4 days next year.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to miss a day here.
That's right.
Let's go ahead and do a little Bluefield again there. We had a lot of it.
Yeah.
In the West Virginia hills, there must be 10,000 stills, and they found the biggest one outside of Bluefield. A little peaceful country town, nothing else 4 miles around. Saw whiskey run like water down to Bluefield. My trouble started on that Tuesday afternoon. The sheriff told me the federal men will be here soon. He said we come up with a plan against Bluefield's slickest man. And we will as sure as I'm the sheriff of Bluefield. On a Wednesday I had 90 jars of cap. Didn't think they had the time to set a trap. In the brush I heard a sound, and I swiftly hit the ground. When I shot, I sent them running back to Bluefield. Not a soul suspected me. I was the sheriff's deputy. I make whiskey, but God knows I'd never kill. Didn't know he was so close. I let my shotgun go, but I found I killed my friend in the sheriff of Bluefield. I recall how Mama and my girlfriend cried when they left with me for Roanoke. What a trial! It's my last night in this cell, the last story I will tell. As I sat on the big road dreaming about Bluefield. Bluefield, oh Bluefield.
Steve, give me just a little bit of bass and mark if you don't care. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Y'all can hear everything good out there, can't you? Everything out good? All right. I ain't too bad a voice today, am I? No! I've talked so much this week, I don't know how I'm even singing, but I wouldn't have it no other way either. But hopefully you enjoyed a little Bluefield, and I've had a lot of people ask if our banjo player could play clawhammer banjo.
Yeah.
So you already know he can. So we're gonna turn him loose, and we call him the lady killer of this whole outfit, girls.
Yeah.
He don't actually kill them, he just cripples them so we can catch him. Come on up here and let's give him a good hand. Landon Fitzpatrick. Give him a big hand. See my see, well, first of that was Rocky Island and Shout Little Lily. I don't know what that was on the end.
Sounded good.
Sounded good, didn't it? That's a good job. See, right now we'd like to, while he's tearing the banjo back up, I'd like to introduce you to the bass player and the bus driver, and sings a lot in her trios and quartets. And I've had 100 people ask me to do an a cappella song, and so he's been leading us on a few of them. And I don't think nobody's singing a cappella today other than Dewey and Leslie Brown. I think I heard them sing a real pretty one. And so a lot of y'all may or may not know, but my dad, he was the first bluegrass entertainer to introduce a cappella style singing to bluegrass, 1970. So I think I've sung it with a lot of people besides Dad, but I can't think of anybody else. I'd rather lead it while I sing baritone like I used to for my dad. And so we're going to introduce him to you now. And he comes from over here in Buchanan County, Hurley, Virginia area, and I want y'all to give him a nice hand. His name is Randall Hibbies. Big hand for him. Jordan, guitar better finish
It's in tune when you bought it, man.
Yeah, it just gets out of tune a little bit. You play it so hard, I guess.
That flight coming back from San Francisco.
Yeah, this is that Ralph II model, Blue Ridge, BR 6060. We got Blue Ridge here.
Yeah.
David Gartland. They make great instruments, and I was real proud they made one of Ralph II Clinch Mountain Special. So these are for sale. Are you ready to kick us off on that?
Children go where sing thee.
Oh Lordy,
How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee one by one. 'Cause one was a little bitty baby born. Children born in Bethlehem. Children go where sing thee.
oh Lordy,
How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee two by two. 'Cause two was a Paul and Silas, one was a little bitty baby born. Children born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee.
oh Lordy,
How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee three by three. 'Cause three was the Hebrew children, two was the Paul and Silas, one was a little bitty baby born. Children born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee.
oh Lordy,
How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee four by four. 'Cause four was the four that stood at the door. Three was the Hebrew children. Two was the Paul and Silas. One was a little bitty baby born. Children born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee.
oh Lordy,
How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee 10 by 10. 'Cause 10 was the 10 commandments. 9 was the 9 that stood in the line. 8 was the 8 that waited at the gate. 7 was the 7 that never got to heaven. 6 was the 6 that didn't get fixed. 5 was the 5 that come at the line. 4 was the 4 that stood at the door. 3 was the Hebrew children. 2 was the Paul and Silas. And 1 was a little bitty baby born. Children born in Bethlehem. In Bethlehem. Children born in Bethlehem.
real good job. Been trying to talk him into recording that. I think that'd be good for him to put on a CD. What do y'all think? Maybe another one too. But he's got his CD out called The Traveler. I think I saw some over there in the middle of the CD stand. So y'all go by and pick up a copy of that if you don't have it. It's a real good CD. Also, Landon has got his CDs and t-shirts. How many t-shirts you got left? He's got about 15 or so left.
I got plenty.
Say you got 20. Okay, 15, 20. So what does your t-shirt say? It says Banjo Lando.
Mine says Stanley E-Ball.
There you go. That sounded real sad. Somehow, I kind of feel like you might sell a few more.
I might sell one, Ralph.
Yeah.
My shirt says mind your own biscuits and your life will be great.
Yeah, there we go. Right here on the guitar, we're going to introduce you to him. And before I do that, I want y'all to meet his lovely fiance out here, I reckon. Stand up there, Reagan. She got him out of the music business. Give her a hand. Yeah, she got him out of the music business, and then he got him right back in January. So glad to have him back, and I know he's glad to be back. Said he's got a dedication, and I want y'all to give Caleb Shiflett a nice big Hills of Home welcome.
Thank y'all so much. How we doing, Hills of Home? Let me hear it. Well, I want to thank my grandparents for coming. They drove the whole 5 hours down here to see me and Ralph and all y'all here. I'd like to thank you for that. It means a lot to me. But if you run into them and they seem a little sour, don't take it personal, because I'll tell you why here. They had a little dog. His name was Frito, like the chip, Frito, little puppy dog. And their neighbor was filling up a lawnmower, filling up gasoline, and they dropped the jug, spilled it all over the driveway. So little Frito goes across the street, drinks up all the gasoline. Can you believe it? He starts doing circles, running. And then finally he just falls over. My grandma was hysterical, crying. And I said, "Don't worry, Grandma, he just ran out of gas." Anyway, I guess I'm going to do Lonesome Without You. You better do that, Caleb.
Let's give Ron here a great big hand all the way from Missouri.
Yeah, turn the banjo on, it's off. When we were young, we loved each other more than anyone will know. But the day we found a new love, and you said I had to go. Oh, the road is rough and rocky since the day I last saw you. Another's won your heart forever, and I'm lonesome without you. On down this lonely road I wander, nothing left for me to do. Wondering if I'll ever see you and share the love that we once knew. Oh, the road is rough and rocky since the day I last saw you. Another's won your heart forever, and I'm lonesome without you.
y'all. Give all the Clinch Mountain boys another hand there. You know, I've had a lot of great ones through the years that's been with me after my dad passed away, and I love every one of them, but these guys, I think, like I said earlier, has done a real good job with me. We're glad to have them all, and I appreciate them, because they do a lot for the show, and do a lot for me, too, off the stage, and I appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
So, real quick, Stanley's trying to get a lot of brownie points here today. Now we're coming to life. Now I'm going to try to put y'all back to sleep with a little wilder than her. You ready, Ralph? Yeah. I'm wilder than her. What else can I say? I guess that's why she fell in love with me. She's a house on fire. She's got all the charm. I'm a house on fire too, but I got more love. I'm wilder than her. Drives her out of her mind. I guess she thought that she was one of a kind. She's a summer storm, I'm a hurricane. One blows through the town, one blows the town away, and I'm wild. Can't hurt. She says I'm crazy, and she's probably right. I guess that the reason is that I'm twice as wild. I'm wilder than her, drives her out of her mind. I guess she thought that she was one of a kind. She's a summer storm, I'm a hurricane. One blows through the town, one blows the town away, and I'm wild. Can't hurt. She takes my hand and looks me in the eye. I see something I've never seen in my life. She takes the fire and turns it down low. She takes the light and makes it all so cold. She takes the distance and breaks it into mine. She makes my life just a little less wild. But I'm wilder than her, drives her out of her mind. I guess she thought that she was one of a kind. She's a summer storm, I'm a hurricane. One blows through the town, one blows the town away, and I'm wild. It hurts. Right here's a pretty young lady, Miss Libby. Good to see you. Well, let's see what she's got. Oh yeah, I promise you I will do that for you in just a few minutes. I promise. Okay. I forgot I was supposed to done it the other day, and I get a little forgetful sometimes. But right now, what I want to do, you know, we still got quite a bit of time left. I give us a long set to play. But for a long time now, Blue Ridge Guitars have been presenting the Carter Stanley guitar to an individual every year here at the Hills of Home May Festival. And I do want to remind everybody again, don't forget about August. I hope it'll do good this year for the Coal Miners Appreciation Route at Stanley, the third annual. So I hope it'll do better. I'd hate to have to shut it down, but hopefully we'll do better this year. And so a lot of y'all try to come be with us. And but getting back to the guitar, I would like to call out a gentleman that works for Saga, and a great guy, and he knows a lot about instruments, and he's a dear friend and brother to me, and I'm so glad he made the trip all the way from San Francisco, California to be here with us, and they have for many years. And his boss, Richard Kelsing, normally does this, but Richard had something come up. He couldn't make it, but nobody better than Mr. David Gartman. Let's give David a nice hand. David, say hi.
Hey, thank you all very much. Brown?
Turn him on.
First, let me thank you. You are my brother, and I love you, and I'm so glad to be here. And thank you for giving me this chance to interrupt this wonderful entertainment. Thank you.
Let's introduce one more behind you.
Yeah.
Anybody know this lady?
I'm Jeannie. Hey.
Jeannie Stanley. Give her a nice hand. Big hand for Jeannie. Carter's daughter. All right. You guys, I'm going to turn it over to y'all.
Thank you very much, Ralph. Hey, and y'all, thank you all for very much for letting me get up here and take away your time. I know what you're here for because I'm here for the same thing. So I appreciate it. You know, I don't usually get to do this. My boss does, so I'm going to do the best I can, so bear with me. And when I had to think about what we were going to say and who we were going to honor this time, I certainly had to think about who we honored before. And you all know some of those names, you know, certainly Carter Stanley, I mean, the reason for this. And you know all the Clinch Mountain Boys, you guys can all name them all in order, I guarantee it. And it's a long list, I can kind of show you, it looks like that. But there's a lot of wonderful musicians that are part of this. So what I'm getting at is it occurred to me there's really three things that hit me when I come here. And it's family, the Stanley family, you know, the Clinch Mountain family. That's all you guys, that's all of us. And I hope that's me, I feel like it. Maybe this is my 18th year here, I think. Pretty close. You know, the tradition, that's number 2, I think. The Stanley tradition, you know, the tradition of the sound, you know, the Clinch Mountain sound, that you know where it is, wherever you hear it, wherever you are, you know what the sound is, don't you? You guys can say yeah. Yeah, right? No matter where you're all coming from, and I know you're all coming from places just probably as far, maybe farther than me. So that tradition brings us here too. The family brings us here too. And then the third thing that I think about when I come here is that sound, that Clinch Mountain sound. And that's the sound that you guys bring when you bring that tradition elsewhere, right? All you guys who play, gals who play. And I know it's a lot of y'all. And I know y'all play really good because I've had to listen to it. But so it's those three things, and those three things equal to me the Clinch Mountain sound, the Clinch Mountain tradition. And you know what? Those three ingredients came from those two guys staring right at me. I heard a musician say that, and now I know what they meant. That is crazy. If you ever have the chance to see these two young men, when they did this, these two young men, how old were those boys then?
They were young.
They were ready for action, weren't they?
They were just getting started.
That's the truth. They didn't even know the Clinch Mountain family they were going to create, the Clinch Mountain tradition they were going to leave for us. But they knew the Clinch Mountain sound that they wanted to give us, right? So, And that's why this award became important to us, was to honor those three things, but we had to do it through, because we're not family. I feel like sometimes I am, but we can love the tradition, but we love the sound. And so that's why we chose to honor the Clinch Mountain Boys with this award, who are really part of that tradition. But I think today, the bigger picture I'm looking at is that Clinch Mountain family, because really it's the Clinch Mountain, it's Ralph and Carter's fault. And the Clinch Mountain sound and Clinch Mountain Boys that we have, this Clinch Mountain family and tradition. So today, we're gonna honor the Clinch Mountain family and the Clinch Mountain tradition, part of that three-way puzzle. And I hope I explained myself as best I could. I tried to write it down, but it didn't matter. So I just gave it the best I got. But I'm going to turn this over to
I'll
Jeannie.
break that down for y'all.
Jeannie's going to take over here. So thank you.
In a soundbite, the man that we're going to honor with this Carter Stanley Memorial Guitar today, he's not an ex-Clinch Mountain Boy. He is an unofficial, official Clinch Mountain Boy. He is a huge friend of the Stanley family. His daddy knew Uncle Ralph. He knew Uncle Ralph. Uncle Ralph took him under his wing, got him many a job, put bread and butter on his table. His son plays in Ralph Stanley II and the Clinch Mountain Boys Band. And this man has been traveling the roads for a long time with his own band, carrying on the tradition of mountain bluegrass music. Mountain style, old-timey mountain style, what they call bluegrass, if you want to get right down to brass tacks, as my Uncle Ralph would have said, old-timey, what they call bluegrass. And this gentleman, I know that y'all know who he is. He's got a wonderful wife and children, grandchildren. His son and his grandson actually carry on my father's name, and that would be Carter Stanley. And I am talking about Mr. Larry Efall. Larry Efall, come on up here and get this.
He's going to take it home if you don't.
I'm absolutely speechless.
Wow. Oh my God.
David, I want to thank you, baby. No, I thought Ralph wanted me to come out and sing something or do something with him out there.
Well, you still can.
I tell you, David, this means so much to me. I've loved the Stanley brothers. That's all my dad ever had around the house when I was growing up. Around the house was the Stanley brothers, Bill Monroe, Jimmy Martin. I took a love to the Stanley brothers, and I always will till the day that I die. And Carter Stanley to me was just one of the best, absolutely the best that there ever was.
Alex Leach is a bit, well, you can.
This is Alex Leach's, oh my goodness. I thank you so much, Jeannie and David and
Wow.
Ralph, everybody. I really appreciate it so much.
Stanley!
I will cherish this
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
Yes. Yeah.
I tell you, I'm very proud of my son here. He can play just about anything that there is to play, and he does do it good. And he was about 6 or 7 years old. He was in a body cast from his waist down. And one day he looked at me and he said, "Dad," he said, "I want to play the mandolin." I said, "Well, Stanley, as soon as you get out of that body cast," I said, "I'll show you what I know about it anyhow." And he said, "I want to do it now." So I put a towel over him. And within a few hours, he was changing chords on the mandolin. He wasn't happy with that. He said, "I want to pick it, Dad."
Wow.
Next couple of days, he was picking Bull to Cabbage down just as good as I could do it. I love you, Stanley, and thank you so much. I love all the Stanleys. Folks,
I love you guys too, and thank you so, so much.
Yeah, I wanted to play. Yes, sir.
Wow.
I was waiting to hear it. I got a capo here.
You got an extra one? Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you sing the second girl? Well, why don't you play it second? Well, we'll do something. You play something.
Y'all just make it work.
Bear with us, folks. Thank you.
Randall, do not adjust yourself.
Don't adjust your sets. Did I tell you about Landon's grandmother turned 100 years old the other day? Y'all give her a good hand. He's the best grandson. You've never seen a better grandson than Landon. He bought her a brand new hat, and they threw her a birthday party down there in Chickamauga, Georgia. And was having the best birthday party ever was, and a big old wind come up the holler there where they live at. And there she come up there, had her dress on and that brand new hat and all that. And the wind come up to her so bad, she grabbed a hold of her hat, Landon hollered, "Mama, how about your dress?" She said, "Honey, everything down there is 100 years old. I just got this hat." She wasn't losing that hat. He's a good grandson. Give Landon a good hand.